Okay, let's get something real clear right now. I have no interest in changing the theme music. I have no interest in tweaking the theme music. This is Mona Lisa Baseball. Yes, it's baseball season. Like, here we go.
Well, it's spring training.
So this is like a year in the making. I don't believe we've had the four of us in a year.
Has it been a year?
Really?
We had sprinklings of A3, sprinklings of A4, but all four of us.
Yeah.
It's 2025. This is season 5, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's get a general theme of excitement for baseball season. I like to start with our Montana representative.
Yeah, today was strange. Got a spring training report from some people out there today while getting snowed on. That was quite the juxtaposition for me. I've never had that before.
Right.
I can't help it this time of year. I get the coaching bug and I get just excited for all things baseball. I'm excited. I'm paying attention. I was ready to bring some thoughts to the table about what's going on with the game that we love.
Have you guys been watching any spring training?
No.
I'm at 0 pitches.
Yeah, I've had it on in the background.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I've watched a little. I watched the Giants A series. And boy, they were ripping the A's pretty hard, you guys. For not claiming Sacramento for moving in the first place, this and that. It was nonstop every inning.
It's well-deserved. I'm so glad we're starting with it. Like, the more I'm paying attention to that particular situation, the more it just feels like a total FU to the city of Oakland and the fans. Like, how dare you, the second you leave Oakland, sign large contracts? Like,
I know.
I don't get it. Like, what? How dare you?
They had to. The other owners were going to like sanction them if they didn't.
I was angry as a fan for them. Like, anyone that I've known that is said to be an A's fan, I just felt for him. Like, how dare you be so blatant in your disregard for a fan base? So mean.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably the tax code. They actually save money by spending money.
Sure.
I'm sure they were able to write something off, but the other owners were like, you're getting profit sharing and we can see that you're not spending it on payroll. We have the receipts. If you don't do it right now, like, we're going to sanction you.
That's so funny.
Like, they were going to take the money away.
They put in solar panels to get a tax rebate and then they sign someone.
You got to spend money to make money, apparently.
Oh my gosh.
There was a time when I lived in Santa Barbara and the first 5-star hotel was built in Santa Barbara. And there was a guy that worked there that then worked for the place I worked at. And he was telling me about it. And he said, actually, the reason why that was built was it's an East Coast guy, ludicrously rich. And actually, to save money on his taxes, he built a 5-star resort in Santa Barbara, and that saved him money.
Whoa.
What?
I guess that's possible.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not in real estate.
Only in America.
Yeah. I mean, there's big examples of people taking strange write-offs. Like, do you guys remember the movie Willow?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
George Lucas fantasy.
Sled scene. That's all I remember. Sled.
Fast forward, like 2024, they made a Willow series that was so bad.
Oh, no.
They took it off the air and wrote it off as a loss on their taxes.
Yeah, we're not doing this.
Because it was so bad. Yeah.
Out of the way, Peck.
Guys, I got to say, with this new season, rest in peace, baseball. And hello, hardball. I'm so past like blow it up. Like I'm on
Nuke it.
I'm on the other side of the fumes.
Team Nuke it.
I'm actually enjoying all of these new changes. It's a whole new game, man. It's hardball. And A1, I often think of like what goes through your head as far as like saving the game or you must miss it like crazy. And so do I. But we're just so far past that now. And it feels crazy because it's only been 5 years since these crazy changes.
That's been quick.
I mean, for me, it really dropped when the designated hitter was hitting in the National League. I mean, that was really what sparked this whole thing for me. So it's change has been on my radar really hard since then. But man, we've come a long way since.
I know.
We're way past where we were 5 years ago, and we're light years going at a different speed, leaving what we knew in the dust, man.
The spaceship is accelerating.
Yeah. So if you're not on Team Blow It Up now, it's just like,
Let's Team Nuke it now.
like we just sound like we're complaining or something. Like, oh, back in my day when they played
well, in the spirit of complaining, every year we have the first episode, we talk about the new rules.
Yeah.
We got 2 new rules this year, you
Oh,
guys.
that'd be a great place to start.
I just had to get that general feeling off my chest.
Thank you for bringing your honesty.
Hell no, I'm not watching any spring training.
I know you're passionate about baseball.
A4, are you excited about this season of Hardball?
Yeah, I have potential for it, but I guess if the Giants are doing good, then I'll be excited more.
Fairweather fan.
And then come the second half of the season, I'll be a little
You're
more
just
excited.
looking forward to like that 80-team playoff. That's what you're looking for.
Right?
Dude, he's all in NBA. Like, he doesn't care about MLB.
I just more into the NBA, like go Warriors. I don't have time.
Interesting take on the timing, because for me, I find the excitement in the beginning of the year because it is fresh slate. And, you know, the one thing that I noticed that the Giants get to participate in this year is they are bringing back the first game of the year in Cincinnati, as it should be.
Oh, nice. I like that.
And the Giants get to play in the first game of the year. Well, minus Tokyo series. But
Asterisk.
it is the hardball era. It's rough to say.
So true.
But that made me excited, and I was excited for the beginning of the season. I find myself totally dog daying it way more than I ever have recently because of hardball. And you're dead right. I mean, when it really comes down to it is if your team that you're passionate about is going to make a run, like the Warriors are right now, it's way easier to get involved and have a community and get excited about it. So I hear you on that.
Thank you.
New rules. New rules. New rules.
We got 2 new rules this year, you guys.
Yeah.
We demand it.
10-run home run. 10-run home run.
Points. Points. Hello. They're not runs.
Yeah.
Come on.
So guess what, guys? There will be no 10-run home run this year. We're not there yet. We did see the ABS system in spring training. I think everyone saw it. Everyone's talking about it. I think we'll talk more about that later.
Didn't see it.
We won't be seeing the ABS during the regular season. I think some people are confused about that. It's important to state that. We'll definitely be seeing that in the next 2 years, if not next year, the year after that. This year, 2 new rules. You're going to love this, guys.
I can't wait.
Everyone's saying they're minor rules. I'm not sure I totally disagree. Remember the banning of the shift?
Feet, grass, toes, dirt. Yep.
Well, the penalty for not having your toes on the dirt or being on your side of second base has now become greater.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not a ball anymore.
You get the base now. All runners advance.
What I pictured when you first said it was the person that makes the violation will say it's the shortstop. The opposing team has a lady in the dugout and she goes out and gets to slap them.
Right.
Hardball.
Yeah, it's hardball.
Designated slapper.
Yeah, I mean, every team has a lady in the dugout now, right?
Take it like Chris Rock.
The DS, designated slapper.
It doesn't count as one of your 25. Every team gets
Sure.
a righty and a lefty slapper.
Perfect. And you better be damn sure that they're going to keep stats on that and you can challenge it.
Okay, wait, can I clarify something? So I wasn't fully aware of this. So this spring training, I know they were trying some things out. So were they fully trying the ABS system?
No, it's just
The
challenge.
way they used ABS in spring training is each team gets 2 appeals, and they can appeal to the robot if they think that the umpire got the call wrong. The only people that can appeal are the pitcher, the batter, and the catcher.
Right.
They do it by tapping their helmet.
Yeah, it's got to be like on the spot. Like, no, you took too long. Sorry.
Yeah, you do it immediately or it doesn't happen.
It's to the umpire's discretion, A1. Hi, how's that make you feel? Hey, the umpire still has a say in what's happening here.
Yeah, I guess.
So if the ABS system is going to go full on throttle, like the total other end of the spectrum, maybe one day it'll be like this,
Yeah,
where
Terminator Vision.
it's ABS all the time. Umpire receives an auditory cue, and then boom, he calls it. So it's just completely automated 100% of the time, every pitch.
They'll do the challenge. They'll bring it up
Yeah.
in a couple of years, and then they'll give them more challenges. Instead of 2, you get 3. Instead of 3, you get 5. And then eventually it's 1 an inning, and then it's all of them.
And to challenge, they got to tap their helmet.
3 times, not 2.
Oh, it's a 3 tap.
That's what the rule states, but I saw them just do this and like say something, and
Oh, this will not stand.
we're abbreviating it.
So for abbreviation's sake, A4, everything you described there, you can just call it Terminator Vision.
Terminator Vision would mean the umpire has Google Glass and can tell
yes.
if it was a strike or not, and then still gets to say what he wants.
Yeah.
That would be truly instant, though, at least.
I know, and
Yeah.
that's what I have argued for.
Yeah.
I've argued for this.
Oh, this was like our original argument.
Yeah, but then you get to lose any ad revenue by, instant replay brought to you by Target.
Sprint Mobile. Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
So-
Toyota.
Be thoughtful to that, A2. Don't piss off anybody here. No sponsors of the show are going to be interested in Google Glass.
Right. So Terminator vision is one thing, but this system is something else. It's like what they have in tennis. They have a bunch of cameras looking at a ball and they determine where it is at a certain time.
Right.
So what we have now is like Hawkeye.
Let's go.
The tennis version is truly, it's pretty remarkable as far as technology goes, but what's stopping, to A4's point, why not just go full Naked Gun and everything's a strike? Like, who gives a shit? Like, you can just say whatever you want and then they'll just go straight to Hawkeye, brought to you by Exxon, one of the 4 remaining companies, and then we got it right.
Yeah, they've tested that in some of the minor leagues where the umpire has a thing in his ear and it just beeps one way or the other if it's a ball or a strike. And they do whole games that way, but that's not what's going to happen in the MLB. They're going to do a slow boil.
That is so brutal.
They're going to bring the temperature up very slowly and they're going to do the challenge in the 26 or 27. You can fucking take it to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got another new rule about overrunning a base.
Oh, God.
I know.
Overrunning?
This rule change involves the rare practice of running through a base other than first base on a force play.
Oh.
For example, if there are runners on first and third with 2 out and the ball is hit on the ground, the runner going to second base may opt to run straight through the bag rather than sliding in the hope that he'll get there faster and beat the throw. If that runner beat the throw and overran the bag, he would likely get caught in a rundown and be tagged out. But it would enable the runner from third to score on the play before the third out was recorded. Okay? In the past, if the runner was called out at second in this scenario, and upon review, a replay officially found that he actually did beat the throw before going past the bag, the umpires would have to ignore that the runner overran the base and place him on second. This rule change gives umpires the discretion whether or not they want to call the tail runner out for abandonment of second base, even if he beat the throw. He's considered to have abandoned the bag as soon as both feet land on the other side of the base. In that case, whether the runner at third scores or not will depend on whether he touched home plate before or after the runner at second was ruled to have abandoned second base.
Jeez.
Does that make sense?
I think I got it.
I just keep thinking, like, why even have base paths? Like, just run into center field, try to get tagged.
Screaming into left.
No, he scored. He scored before I got tagged. I did my part today.
I guess that came up last year and they felt the need for this.
Yep.
Yeah, wow. Those are two underwhelming rule changes, but I guess that's better than overwhelming.
Well, you're going to get ABS challenge next year, so they're just keeping their powder dry.
Yeah. No, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, softening the blow, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Is your immediate reaction, A2, I'm kind of curious to what you think. Like, are you surprised by this? Do you hate it? Indifferent? Like, when you read that out loud, what do you think? Like, as a fan, what do you think?
That second rule is no big deal to me, really. It's tic-tac. I think the first rule is probably what they wanted to do all along. They probably always wanted to have a really severe penalty for a shift ban violation, but they decided to let them get used to it.
So you're thinking it's like pork barrel, like here's a bunch of shit, and then here's the one we actually want to get in.
I just think they couldn't come up with anything better this year, but they're going to smack me over the ass next year with ABS challenge. It'll be a part of the game.
What a concept that is. What if every year they had a week before the draft, they had a show dedicated to all the new rules they're going to launch?
Yeah.
Tell you to get excited.
Well, I'll tell you what.
With Harold Reynolds.
That show won't be on ESPN anymore because they just dropped baseball.
Oof.
Right.
ESPN is not renewing its contract. This will be the final year of baseball on ESPN.
Ouch.
Wow.
How you like that, A4? I saw that reaction.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
I'm amazed. For real?
You just told us everyone's excited about Hardball. What's up?
I said that?
Yeah, you did. People are talking about it. People are stoked.
I mean, I was talking to a guy today, all right? And like, by the way, he's a mutual friend of ours, A3.
Perfing out.
Anyways, these couple of dudes, they were like, oh, no, yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah, I'm down. You
They're
fucking
down.
modernize it. Yeah, whatever, cool. I'm like, right on, cool, dude. Yeah.
Do they watch baseball? Are they fans, though?
They seem like it.
It's not going to hold up in court.
They seem like it. They didn't seem to care about the rule changes. They just seemed like, oh, yeah,
Right.
whatever. It's still baseball. It's still you hit ball with bat.
Oh,
And
God. I've heard that argument a lot.
me like ball hit bat.
It's like it's still 3 strikes. It's still this. It's still that.
Yeah, I mean, the crack of the bat. I
Right,
mean,
so they can't wait for the golden bat rule.
The what?
You haven't heard of the golden bat rule?
Golden at bat.
Explain.
Oh, it's a hardball special.
The Savannah Bananas do it.
Hardball's finest.
Oh, yeah.
Potential rule.
So
yeah.
Oh.
what's the biggest
okay.
criticism of baseball? Well, when the game is coming down to the wire, we don't have our best people playing. Dude, if the game's tied, you bring in Steph Curry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the ball to MJ. Come on.
Baseball in the ninth, though, it's the bottom of the order. Fuck, this is lame. Nobody wants to watch that.
Raphael Belliard batting? Like what?
People change the channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So enter the golden at-bat rule. Solves the problem, bro.
This is like an MLB thing?
Well, Rob's talking about it. He wants to do it.
Okay.
Talk to the media about it.
What the fuck?
He's already hitting the seat.
What's the golden bat thing?
You want to know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
All
What
right.
the hell is this?
A3, tell him.
So think of how we joked that instead of having players hit and play the field, you'd have 9 guys on each side, right? So you get to expand your roster. You got 9 guys dedicated to hitting. What they did is they took our joke and then they said, "Oh, we'll do you one better. At any time in the game, dependent on the situation, you can substitute with no penalty your best hitter to hit in that situation. Bases loaded, 9th inning. You don't get a pinch hitter. You get Shohei. Even though he just pitched 7 innings and should already be out of the game, but his DH, just the comedy of it is so severe.
No.
It hurts. It hurts.
No.
But Kruko had a great take on it, and if he had a table to flip, he would have. Essentially, the Savannah Bananas, way to go, good for them, are now having an influence on what we thought would be the golden standard of baseball. And that's really hurtful.
Right.
They're selling more tickets than the White Sox.
But they play banana ball, which is great. And then there's baseball, and then there's hardball. There's many versions. There's wiffle ball. There's a lot of different
So
versions.
Rainbow and Unicorn League. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine for the league that they're in. I think it's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's baseball, there's hardball, there's banana ball. Let's do another one. Let's go boomerang ball. I mean, I don't know. I got some ideas. I want the 10-run home run, baby. Bring it on. Let's say you hit the bullseye. Lights are flashing. Like, how cool would that be if you hit the section and it kind of makes the ball kind of do this like roller coaster?
Okay.
But it would sound like it's in a casino.
And it's worth 20 points.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so that's another league.
Please.
Sorry, let's...
Casino league. Casino ball.
Casino league, why not?
Well, yeah, we're bringing the game to Las Vegas, guys.
Maybe.
They're building the stadium.
Maybe.
They're bulldozing the area.
Yeah.
They're moving dirt. That's something.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Golden fucking bat? Come on.
Well, Rob's talking about
Are
it.
you serious?
Don't think we're going to see it anytime soon.
There was a big backlash.
We got to get the ABS system in place first before we start talking about that. So,
What's funny is the journalists were saying, don't you think that's taken a little too far? Isn't that a little gimmicky?
Yeah.
Without a hint of irony, they would say that.
That's too far for blow it up guy?
nuke it guy.
Really?
Yeah, man.
A4.
Yeah, no, there's another side of that.
Okay.
That would be too much.
If you're on team nuke it, you should be for all of this. You should be for the golden bat once an inning. Like, come on, bro.
It's interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
Go for it. I don't know why I was trying to...
It could be like cricket and just send one guy up to hit until he, just hit until you want to stop hitting till tea break or whatever.
Oh, like cricket. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like strike three. Nope.
No.
Yeah. I'm
going to keep going.
I guess I got sentimental.
I'm going to hit for 6 hours.
A4, I get to respond to your question to me because we wanted to get to the new rules early. So now I'm responding to your attack on me loving the game of baseball. Okay.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
Yeah. Please.
I've already been lost. That's the thing is my love is for the game of baseball. And so I see that there's other versions, but I don't see how you could call me a Giants fan because I literally do not care about anything involving the Giants. And it's not putting up a front. It's not making a stand. It's nothing like that. It's complete indifference. When they sign someone that I've never heard of, nothing. When they sign a big guy that I have heard of, like
Verlander.
Yeah, like Verlander. Nothing. Just nothing. And so you've come at me with this before where it's like, let's stop holding on, like let's continue. The thing is, I am never been more certain that baseball is at its best when it's in a good quality ballpark. Doesn't have to be tiny so that balls go out, like a good quality ballpark. without people looking at their phones. They're more watching the game, and they're playing the version of baseball that lasted for about 100 years or more. I just don't think it's possible to beat that baseball-wise. Hardball-wise can come up with new shit, and it might be more exciting, but I think that's absolute tops for the game of baseball is good quality ballpark, play the baseball rules. And how ironic is this? 1918 was the Black Sox scandal. Gambling, they were very afraid that there was going to be no interest in gambling after that happened. They threw the World Series. When we're going ABS and we're going like video game style baseball, where go back as far as you want, playing a 80s, 90s, 2000s, playing a baseball game. There is no umpire discretion. It's like, it's ones and zeros. If it went over the plate, it's a strike. Like the game has to adhere itself to those rules. We're starting to follow the video game version of baseball. And one of the reasons why we have to do that is because just like they shaved Wrigley Field Ivy and got a DraftKings logo in there, the sport cannot handle discretion on the field because there's too much money and gambling involved. We're hoping that gambling saves the sport when originally it was the thing that was most threatening to take it down.
Well, it is saving the sport because it's accounting for like a huge amount of revenue.
Right. For now. Huge advertising deals. The money these sites are taking in is off the charts because guess what, guys? You can't win.
It's the deck is stacked against you. Imagine that.
Yeah, we still have a poster child for anti-gambling too.
If you can win 7 out of 10 coin flips consistently, you can win. I thought, but then you brought up that if you're winning too much, they'll just cut your limits. So maybe you can't win, actually.
No, they're not in business to give people money at the casino. And when you control the code, imagine this. When you play roulette, you can kind of see the odds. It's like, okay, if I bet on a color, I have like less than 50-50 chance to win. If there's a 0 or there's 00, it's a little less or a little greater. You can see the odds. But when you have an app, you have no idea how many 00s are on that roulette table.
Right.
Okay? Because some guy like me is writing that code and it's not in your favor.
Right. Mm-hmm.
My boss is not telling me to write the code to make it easier for you to win. Ever.
That's a promise.
Every week, I'm making it harder and harder for you to win so that his boss's boss gets a bigger and bigger bonus at the end of the year.
Yeah, A4. I'm just going to go back to the original question. Do you think it's worth it to alter the Mona Lisa to maybe get her up with the times a little, just make her a little hotter? Because she's kind of dated, man. A little bit dated. You know, she's still a nice looking gal, sure. But we could do a few things that just sort of spice her up that would make her more attractive to a wider audience.
We got to update that for the modern audience.
Yeah. So, like, are you down for that? For me, I think Major League Baseball should be the shepherds of the sport of baseball. They should be showing us exactly the right way to play it. But
all other leagues follow them. The kids watch the pros and do what they do. That's why they started wearing...
That's why we have POs. Yep.
Hand gloves and, you know, all the gear. It's like kids want to... I mean, they even celebrate the way the pros do. They say the same things. Let's go. It all comes from the top.
We need a better pump me up than let's go. Like, everyone's saying it. Like, can we be a little more...
I agree. I never got
original here. There's just a lot of let's go. Like,
yeah, keep fighting against mediocrity. See where that gets you, bro.
I mean, it does flow pretty well. A1, I will say this. I don't think you should mess with the original Mona Lisa. It's perfect as it was for the time, and it is still perfect now. The day that MLB started using designated hitters is when New Brush went to canvas for me. That's a whole new painting.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
Yeah.
And since then, like, you know, there's just been multiple paintings since then. Well, maybe, you know, maybe we're still working on that second Mona Lisa, but it's definitely not the original. That's for sure. When I attacked you, quote unquote, A1.
I used the wrong word. I'm sorry. I didn't mean attack.
Thanks for saying that. I was more just excited to celebrate because, you know, you summarized it extremely well on season 1, man. I mean, you started this shit with season 1 solo, but we're talking about a whole new painting now. And you know that. I know that. Dogs know that.
You guys, we got some new hats this year. Have you seen them?
Heard about it before I saw it. Saw it, loved it.
Yeah. Are you a big fan of the Texas Tetas?
So, I can't get enough of it. I think it's so funny. I can't believe the amount of money that nobody had a quality control guy or a cousin and was like, oh dude, real quick, might want to rethink that one. Or he was just like, you know what, fuck, I'm getting fired in 2 weeks. Send it through.
Bro, nobody speaks Spanish in Texas. What?
What's with the hats?
Oh, A4 doesn't know.
Hooray.
He's a fan of athletics. It's not his fault he's losing interest in baseball.
Well, you guys talk like everyone knows this shit. Like, what the fuck's up with the new hats?
Okay, so here's what they did.
I saw the blurred out version.
They took the name of the team. They printed that on the hat
Like the location of the team.
in the front.
Yeah, location.
If it's the Angels, they would print the Angels, Texas. And then they put the cap back through the machine and printed the team's logo front and center. So the Rangers ended up with a hat that had Texas printed on it, and then they printed a big T, which is their logo, right in the middle, which covers up the X, and now you have the Tetas.
Tetas.
Wow.
Yeah. Chi-Chis, Tetas, they're synonymous.
Yeah, the hat sold out really quick.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Que increíble. Ay, chihuahua.
I only saw the version, the Texas one, but it was blurry. So I was like, I don't know what's behind there, but
Wow.
obviously it was explicit somehow.
So the Tejas Tetas.
Exactly.
Tetas.
Incredible.
Yeah, so what's happening now? Are they like rescinding them?
eBay.
They've rescinded a couple of them. Post the image into our chat so you can just see
It's
it.
going to be like the A4's Washington football team hat.
I would get a Texas Tits hat pretty quick.
Yeah, I think I would wear that as well.
Rolls off the tongue nice.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
on the nose for sure. They nailed it.
So the question is, was that on purpose? Because I've heard anytime you think you see innuendo, sexual innuendo in marketing, they know about it.
Everyone's dunking on them like, how could they be so stupid? But I think this was probably on
You
purpose.
got to think
They were onto it.
no press is bad press or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still works.
Can you guys see these?
These hats?
These hats.
Soak it up, baby.
Dude, the Boston one's horrible.
Read it for me.
Bobon.
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 Wow.
I'm not seeing the Renegades hat.
See, some of these work, and what do we call this style of fashion? Like messy, mashup, like
Mashup's pretty good.
Pretty spot on.
it works for the Blue Jays. Like, this is fine. You know
Yeah,
it.
that's the Blue Jays
Yeah.
looks good.
If you're dumb enough to be a Blue Jay fan, for sure.
Well, I know a little kid who used to be a Blue Jays fan just because he thought the unis were cool.
Good call.
But then you look at like the Twins and the Royals. This is just stupid because it's just letters on letters.
Yeah.
Detroit's awful. The Tiger one is
Yeah,
just
Detroit
awful.
is bad.
That's
For some reason, the Guardians it's not as bad.
It's pretty bad because now it says
you still don't know it's a baseball team. You're like,
Waka Collins.
Yeah, true.
who are the Guardians again?
I mean,
Look at this. The assholes.
Assholes. Oh God, that's great.
Yeah, the assholes.
Assholes.
Popping each other's assholes.
no.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then this gets even better. The anals.
No.
Oh my God.
So you're a fan of the anals? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. With two halos.
I can't believe you haven't seen this, dude.
The two halo anals.
Yeah, double halo.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, here we go.
And so here's the T-pass, you guys.
There it is, dude.
They dimmed the X.
Dude.
That's incredible.
Amazing.
Kind of cool that the Mariners almost look like the Mashers. That's kind of sweet. That's a Renegades move. Seattle Mashers.
Almost looks like Masters, too.
Dude.
You've never heard of the Masters? My favorite team.
Yeah, they're great.
I cannot believe that Texas Rangers won, man.
I know. Well, guess what? That's the one they pulled first. They're like, okay, stop selling it.
Yeah.
That's the crown jewel right there.
You guys, that is even way better and cleaner than you guys described it. I can't even imagine the Dominican players that got one of these hats that are like in the farm system for the Rangers and are wearing that.
Yeah, they love big T's down there.
Wearing that. Oh my goodness.
Look at this, the Narwhals,
The narwhals.
the Felipes.
Can you highlight the Miami one? Okay.
the
Because this might be the worst baseball hat I've ever looked at.
Oh.
That's a pro team, everyone. That's a pro baseball hat.
Look, it's the Bras,
Bras.
Atlanta Bras.
Bras.
If you guys ever see me wearing a Braves
Jeez.
hat, slap me.
We don't need to. We have designated slappers, dude. You're fine. Like we have it on deck already.
All right.
I'll be bringing in the righty.
Man, can you picture A1 in a Braves hat?
Brewers ain't horrible. The mitt takes care of everything.
Yeah, thank goodness for the Brewers to bring that back. That was cool.
Yeah.
Cardinals is really rough. Wow, Giants.
Brutal.
Oh my God.
Past days.
Pretty
Past
bad.
days.
Pretty bad.
Past.
Past days.
Dude, you want to look at like a
Past
hat
days.
that looks like it belongs to a construction company?
Totally.
Check out the Colorado
I mean,
Rock.
how hurting. They're like,
Oh,
we have to put
man.
both team names because no one knows what we are.
And then my personal favorite, the Arianas.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
It's like I've been saying, they're not a real team.
I am just.
Yeah, we're just saying go purchase it. That's all I'm saying. Like, you're welcome to.
unbelievable.
Well, you can no longer purchase the tetas. I believe they stopped selling them when they found out.
Oh, there's a price tag. Someone will sell it.
Yeah, someone. I can't do.
A4, it's 10 times worse than you thought, huh?
Yeah.
Hideous.
Yeah. I can't. That's. Oh my goodness.
Well, it's just going to get better here on Mona Lisa Baseball. So
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. So are these guys going to wear this hat this year? And
No,
with
no,
the
no.
exception of Tetas
no,
and
these are
Just for the fans.
New era.
Just for the fans.
Go buy our new hat for like $50. Boo.
Okay, so they're not actually going to wear these.
I mean, they did change the uniforms last year, so that's not a crazy thought.
Great segue. Let's talk about the new uniforms. You guys, we can take a victory lap here on Mona Lisa Baseball. We rallied against the shitty uniforms. We weren't the only ones. One of the few causes we've took up that was championed by most of the baseball media.
Agreed.
The uniforms were bad. MLB has admitted they were wrong. They're going to change the uniforms, you guys. We won! Aren't you guys stoked? They're going back to the old uniforms. Except they're only going to change the pants for 25. They said they didn't have enough time to change the tops. So we have to wait another year for that. I guess the factory's backed up making these shit hats. Like,
COVID.
they didn't have enough time. Yep.
Supply chain.
So these guys are going to wear two different fabrics?
Yeah, they'll have the new tops and the old pants. Because I think the see-through pants problem was a more pressing issue.
I mean, they had a choice to make. It was either go towards body paint or fix it. And then they were like, you know what? Fixing it seems like the right thing to do. So we're going to do that. And then we get to pat ourselves on the back for fixing the problem we started.
We're on the case.
Don't worry about it.
We're just doing what the fans want.
A whole team of guys, a designated slapper, the whole team. We're on it. We're going to fix it. We'll get it back to the way it was. You guys don't worry about a thing.
Yeah, I guess they had to replace the pants because a bunch of them ripped when people were sliding into home. But they wanted to get one more year of use, playtime out of those jerseys they printed up last year because it just cost too much, you guys. They didn't budget for that.
No.
No, sir.
Since we're talking about uniforms, have you guys seen these Miami Marlins uniforms that are like fluorescent pink and like green and stuff? Have you guys seen these things?
Yeah, the Padres have a similar one too.
But if you know the Miami ones I'm talking about, right? A3?
Yeah, they're tattered, but yeah, continue.
Okay, so I've got this screenshot of the coach, and he's an old school guy, you know? Probably never worn fluorescent yellow and pink combo in his life. And here he is having to suit up in this thing and having to take out his 22-year-old pitcher in the bottom of the seventh inning. You think he feels good walking out of the mound, taking the ball like that? Dude, how embarrassing.
No, he thought he was going to work, and he ended up at a club. He went to the Clevelander, and he was like, I thought I was coaching a baseball game tonight. It's like, no, you're at the club, dog.
Dude.
Get yourself a spritz.
This guy wouldn't be caught dead wearing those colors like outside. It's just hilarious to me. This guy's going to come take the ball, like walking out.
It's worse than that. It was Barbie night.
Eesh.
Okay. Hold. Pause. That's not real.
Barbie night
Wow.
in Florida.
Get it.
Okay.
Unreal.
Lay it to me straight here. Did this happen? This was real?
This is real.
Did it already happen or is it going to happen?
When the movie came out.
No, you can purchase this. That's the thing. A1. The thing is we want you to go purchase this when at your leisure.
It's for all the girl fans, which there's a lot.
Don't make me laugh right now. I'm supposed to be upset. This is not a time for laughter.
Dude,
that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that you're surprised. I really am. Like, that's what's throwing me off.
Every now and again, I still can be surprised, and that one got me.
The opposite coin of that, Baltimore is bringing back the all orange from the 70s.
Sick.
All right.
So that could be cool.
Oh, okay.
Might see more of that.
Yeah, I'm down.
Philly will probably follow suit with those kick-ass maroon and light blues. And Baltimore's bringing the fences in, so you're stoked there too.
They are not.
Indeed.
Don't lie to me again.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Where? What part of the field needs to come in Baltimore? Let's hear
All
it.
of it. Again, your surprise surprises me.
Can you guys see this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see it all right.
Look at him, dude.
It's fuchsia sleeves.
Look at this coach.
Look at this
fuchsia
guy.
sleeve.
Imagine arguing with an umpire dressed all in black and you're like in Barbie pink.
He's out to go challenge the robot in his pink pants. And his whole thing, he's going, I should have quit years ago.
Totally his face, man.
Well, there's a great quote from A5 that works in baseball. And he said, every year it's my job to keep my job. In a sense, that's what everyone's doing. You're like, why are you going to do that? Do you want a job in Major League Baseball? Yeah. All right. Well, shut the fuck up then. Do it. So,
yeah.
That's not unique to baseball.
Sure.
First off.
Sure.
Yeah. But I mean, Vaughn, he was I guess, top tier. I guess he won an MVP. That was news to me when I read the article. But
yeah, I didn't know that.
He came out, was like, I was keeping up with the Joneses. Of course, I used PEDs, moving on.
Yeah.
It's so diluted. Again, like that surprise piece of like, oh, so of course you use PEDs. Rad. Like, it was the era. Who cares? You know, like when everyone says back, like, of course it was. It was the 60s. We had lap belts or whatever.
Yeah.
And we lived it was the steroid era. Who cares? Everybody was doing it. No big deal.
The steroid era.
Brady Anderson hit 50 homers. And now we have the hardball era. And that's fucking worse somehow, which is crazy.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah. Because I think everyone can get on board with, steroids was pretty stupid. Brady Anderson should not be hitting 50 homers. You can hide behind we're just giving the fans what they want to an amazing degree. So watch out for that line. Because it's such a pat on the back. It's like, oh, we're listening. We're listening to what you want. Stuffing pockets. We're listening.
Well, I guess the people wanted a Tetas hat and they got it.
Yeah, they did. They sure did. I want one.
It's too late.
Let's get a robot.
You're at the club, dog.
I mean, it does flow pretty well.
It's going to be great.
That is so brutal.
Just a great feeling.
No one's more comfortable than me, I guarantee you.
What are we talking about?
You're such a dedicated fan of athletics. If this man hasn't been paying attention to baseball, that means something.